Bueno.
Sounds like someone's enjoying another.
Let me know if you can hear. Alright, I think... Alright, it's working. Oh man, finally. The settings would change, I'm not sure why. So then it wasn't picking up the mic, but I think it works fine now. Thank you for flagging this out, Brainy. Should I call you Brainy or should I call you Gamers? Alright, just call you Brainy Gamers, alright? It's a little bit of a mouthful, but thanks for pointing it out. When I went to the blog and I saw that the article was really half written, like I think probably I wrote it like early last year, late last year. I was really happy because it means that I have a lot less work to do now, and like all the explanations and all that stuff has been done, so I'm glad. I assume you're following one of our tutorials. Alright, I'll call you Brainy. So I assume you're following one of our tutorials, and I really appreciate your viewership. I mean, if this didn't work, you know, like I wouldn't be continuing to create more content. And yeah, right now I'm putting together part 14 of the series. Are you you are probably... Are you studying now or are you working? Because when I first started this channel, I was quite surprised to find that quite a few of the viewers we have are actually working professionals, and then they are part-time interested in developing games, you know. Yes, I joined the game jam, but I don't have the I haven't done anything because I've been really busy the past weeks. I have 3 client projects, and I have two websites and a chatbot I'm working on for different clients, and I have exam papers to mark. So it was a hell of a week, man. I was sleeping like 6 hours every day. Not fun, but the school holidays are coming soon, you know, so it's getting easier. The next couple of weeks will be easier. After I think next week will be a little bit hard, but after that everything will get easier. Like, so then the game jam came at the wrong time. Brainy, where are you from? So you have a game donut for the game jam? I'm just gonna submit the game that I made for the last game jam that I didn't manage to submit. Which part of India are you from? The north or the south? Donut, you're a northerner, right? Like the north has nice weather. Like probably now it's very hot, but towards the end of the year it gets better, right? Brainy is from India, and Donut, you're from India as well, right? Yeah, so Donut is studying in a medical college, Rishikesh, right? If I remember correctly. You submitted a low poly game. Well, you can, if you have the link, you can show that. I mean, you've had a lot of very nice games. Actually, your card game was nice. I liked your games, actually. I don't know why you're not working further on them. Yeah, I did. I remember you were studying in medical college, right? And you are always looking for good deals, and yeah, you're always looking to get free stuff, right? From different game development schools and tutorials and all that stuff. Which is well, I mean, some of the things that you do are pretty smart, and I was quite impressed by it. You know, you were able to sniff out deals, just like, I mean, my mom is really good at doing that as well. You know, like she'll be able to, like she'll she'll come home and then she'll be like, oh, you know, today the supermarket has discount for eggs, and it's like 30% off, and then this supermarket selling, this brand is selling for this much, that brand is selling for that much, and if we buy this and we buy it this way, then we will be able to last like 2 months without just buying one stack of eggs, you know, that kind of stuff. It's it's a little impressive. Well, I mean, I think your games, like you put in quite a lot of thought into your games. Either you do it by accident, or you I don't know whether you arrive at games that are fun by accident, or whether it's intentional. But the way that when I'm playing it, the mechanics seem pretty intentional. It didn't seem accidental. So if they were accidental, then you are the luckiest human being on earth. Because to me, that the design was pretty intelligent. Okay, let me just catch up on where I left off for the article. So I wrote about pickup scripts, and then I wrote some explanations for them, right? Separate scripts that share nearly identical functionality. That's bobbing animation. Data structure that allows us to easily set values on two items. I mean, delays that the pickups individually use. By accident, I get the feeling that you put quite a bit of thought into the games. I don't think that it was by accident, but well, if it's by accident, then you're very lucky. You can tell me which Devi you worship, and you know, maybe she's blessed you with good luck. I mean, talking about India, you all recognize what I'm wearing, right? You all recognize this? You just move it closer to the camera. This is something that you should recognize if you're from India. So the new pickup scripts provide overridable events which we'll be making use of later via overriding to allow us to tweak minor differences in behavior between different kinds of pickups. Where did I learn game dev? I started playing around with Warcraft 3, the world editor. Warcraft 3 was a game that was released in 2002. And I started playing around there because I used to play Dota a lot, and Dota started on Warcraft. So then, because they had an editor, and because some of the animations in Dota at the time were not very well done, so I went to the forums in Dota, and then I made suggestions on how those animations could be improved. And to do that, I basically recreated the animations, but then I improved upon them. And so I had to recreate the spells in Dota and stuff, and that was how everything started. And then I took a game dev course. So back in 2008 in Singapore, we had a game development course that was one of the local polytechnics. And so I took that course, and it was the best decision ever because I had a lot of fun. So the whole course is just making games, you know, like there's different aspects of making games, like from the art to you know, making games itself, and you know, you learn different softwares, and that was where I learned my programming. And I think a big part of game development is knowing how to code. I mean, there are two parts to it, and in this channel we focus mainly on the coding. Though, I mean, we can talk about design as well. I can talk about design as well, but it takes a little more script writing. which I'm actually exploring. So for game dev stuff, it actually makes more sense for me to create shorts. So there's a short that well, none of our shorts have gone viral. It's like a couple of thousand views. One goes viral, and we figure out the formula, and I'm just gonna keep pushing the shorts out. But right now, it's these videos that we have are still the tutorial videos are still the ones that attract the most traffic. But I will figure out the shorts formula one day, and when I do, you will start to see me spam shorts on YouTube. So nowadays, the climate is the environment for game developers is quite different from back in the 2000s, because there's a lot more resources available to anyone who's looking to make games. So you have my tutorials, and you have like 20 other channels, right, that deal with game development as well. So that's the good thing about it. So let me just go back to working on the tutorial actually. I haven't created the UI pickup modifications. No, it's not. So if I will have to set this up. Implementing the pickup scripts. The scripts that we have in the game will be arranged in the following order. Thinking if there was a better way to do this. The UI pickup notification thing. It can't just be a UI screen, right? Just all it needs to do is to deactivate stuff. Okay, so let me update so that for pickups, instead of using UI pickup notification, it uses UI screen. I think this shouldn't cause any changes to the code. I'm gonna call this pop-up as well. now we have some compiler errors. White screen does not contain definition for set field. Without the save and the load functions, the script is gonna be quite different. So we're just thinking of an appropriate name for this. If not a pop-up, what else can it be? Can be yeah, let's just call it pop-up. Can't think of anything else to call it. Ice cream. So if I implement this pop-up script, I think everything will be fine. Have I thought of a way to improve and teach about weapon systems, just multiple weapons or transforming weapons like Bloodborne? There's a lack of tutorials for this specific. Let me... the reason why there's a lack of tutorials is because for you to learn about how to build these systems, right? Like we have to run through like several hours of video and you have to see how a weapon system is developed. Which let me just do a quick check on vidIQ to see if I'll explain in a moment why there's a lack of tutorials in this aspect, alright? You just check keywords. Tutorial Bloodborne. Okay, there's a lot of Okay, so the reason why there is a lack of tutorials in this aspect is because a lot of how to build a weapon system, right? If you want to learn how to do that, you will have to first learn how to organize code and how to build tools in a sense. How do I explain this? If you look at our Vampire Survivors tutorial, for example, right? Look at part 15 in particular, and look at the systems that I developed to help to create the weapon system in Vampire Survivors. Gives you an idea of the kind of technicalities that are involved, and it's a very dry topic. It's something that if you see how it works, you will appreciate it. But it's also something that you will have to see how other people do it to be able to do it yourself. So it requires you to build systems upon systems, and this is something that I'm covering a little bit of in part 14 as well. So in your specific example, right, you mentioned creating multiple weapons or transforming weapons like in Bloodborne. So that requires you to think of like your system in a very modular and in a very organized manner. Like how do weapons transform, for example? You have to create an inventory system and you have to create an equip system, right? The equip system will have to be able to detect like when two weapons are able to like combine together or something, or like to transform into something else. I mean, my thoughts are a little all over the place right now, but I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. One thing that you can do if you want to get an idea of how these weapon systems work is you can have a look at part 15 of our tutorial series. And for Vampire Survivors, though not for Metroidvania, have a look at that, and you should get a sense of how these things work. It's not a... I mean, it takes a lot of coding things yourself to understand that. If you're able to follow the entirety of our Vampire Survivors tutorial from start to finish, then you'll be able to understand what I'm talking about. I hope that answers your question. It should be making use of later VR overriding to help us tweak minor differences in behavior between different kinds. Pickups. I have previously spoken about a modular system for the code base. You can add two weapon states, and when we press a button, the weapon state changes. Basically, the sprite and moveset changes. Yes, that's one way to do it. But if you want to build a weapon system, right, maybe I can just fire up the Vampire Survivors series quickly to kind of give you a quick overview of how how the weapons there work, that can give you a better idea. So whenever you code, right, like too many people, I think because if someone is new to programming, you will tend to code very specifically. You will not think of like how do I build systems, right? So that I can use that same system to create more weapons much more easily. So people think about like how to create the immediate weapon. They don't think about how to create a system in such a way that you just have to code weapon system once, and then you can just use that to create like 10 different weapons or 20 different weapons. And if you want to build weapon systems like that, you will have to think of things in the more abstract manner. So one quick example would be like for part 14 of the Metroidvania series, what am I covering? I'm covering how to build the pickup system, right? Instead of just talking about how to build specific pickups. Okay, so what this means is that instead of creating a script for every pickup, right? We're creating one script that will describe the behavior for all pickups, and then after that we'll subclass. So you see the subclasses are actually very short, because the subclass scripts are actually contained in the main script itself. And this is one of the ways that you build systems. So in the Vampire Survivors series, right, what you will find is that we actually have a range of different kinds of weapons, and all of these weapons, right, have different settings. You see that? So all of these weapons have different settings. And then these settings are things like, for example, how the weapon evolves, or things like the base stat, or things like even, you know, how the weapon grows. Like level 2, what are the stats that it has? Level 3, what are the stats that it has? Etc. etc. And these things, right, are things that you don't. These are things that you don't think about unless you have seen someone else do it before. And I hope that my tutorial can be something like this for you. Where I learned this it wasn't from school, it wasn't from reading from a textbook, but it was looking at how there were two places that I learned about this. The first is I saw how the Warcraft developers developed their engine, right? And practically they developed it in such a way that when you wanted to build extra content in Warcraft, you have to touch very little code. You still have to touch code, but it's much less, because, for example, the create new abilities, you can just fill up numbers on their UI here, you know. Or like if you want to create new kinds of characters, you just have to, you know, add a model and then just change some settings and all that stuff. So they made it really easy for you to create more content. And that's the thing that I'm aiming for when I build the weapon system for the Vampire Survivors series. And that's the thing that you will have to, that's the way that you have to think if you want to build a weapon system that has, for example, multiple weapons, swapping out weapons, having different weapons with different stats, different weapons with different abilities, and all these things. You have to build a system. You can't just write like the weapons from scratch like that, because your code will end up being a mess, and it's going to be it's not going to be very fun to manage. Hope that answers your question. Yeah. Wrong screen share. Okay, let me can you see the screen now? So what we have here, this is the Vampire Survivors series, and we have all these different weapons, right? So the weapons, how do you create them? You create them by going to create, and then like weapon data. And there are all kinds of data as well. There's other kinds of data as well, but for the weapons specifically, you know, you have different settings. To control the evolution, to control the stats, the description as well, and like the growth. See that, like in level 2 what it has, level 3 what it has, level 4 what it has, etc. And these are the kinds of you have to code things this way. So I learned this because Warcraft, they code it this way. If you bought Warcraft 3, I think it's like going at $10 now or something, right? If you buy that and then you try out the world editor, try and play around a bit, you'll be able to see what I mean. Everything is created in a very modular fashion that makes it very easy for you to create new content. And the other thing the other place that I learned a lot from was back in 2010, 2011, right? The only engines we had were Unity and Unreal. And Unreal was basically, if you wanted to work with Unreal, you had to look at the code base and expand upon your code base. So by reading through the codes that they had, I learned a lot about how I should write my codes and how to code in the general rather than coding in the specific. I'm sure there is a name. I'm sure there's a name for that, but I'm not formally trained in coding. You see, I mean, I do teach coding now, but I didn't learn coding by attending class, so there are quite a few terms that I'm not aware of. I just know how to code, you know, because I've been doing it for many years. But I'm sure there's a term for it. I think one of the terms for it is modularity, coding in general rather than specific. And the other term is it's a longer term that I can't remember right now. Hope it makes sense, like whatever I've shared. And you were very welcome. Okay, so where were we? We were writing an article here. So we have touch. Probably adding some comments to the pickup script would be optimal. So let me just do that now. So the pickup script, what does it do? What are the stretch goals for the next part of the Metroidvania series? I want to create a save system that's more. So the current save system is kind of buggy, and I wanna fix that. Once that's done, then we'll look at creating probably the two things in Metroidvania that are interesting will be like bosses and then the charms, right? And if you wanna learn about weapon systems, learning how to create charms will be very good as well. So yeah, and then you know, like creating introduction videos as well to talk about, you know, like how, because you know, like a lot of people, they want to learn game dev, but then they don't want to like watch like 20 hours of video or whatever, right? So like there has to be an intro video that describes how everything works, and then like also to guide people on, like, you know, how to set up different things like repositories and all that stuff, which we don't have right now actually. That can be an idea for a video, right? Like just talking about how to set up a Unity project, I think is very important. What is the use variable for? Used. Used means that it can't. Used just means that it can't be activated anymore. So why this must be public? Okay. Good. Then we have to pick up prefab. No problem. Let me do that. So what I was saying was that once the pickup system is done, I'm gonna move towards creating a save system, a new and improved save system. This save system, I wanna put it on the Unity Asset Store as well. And then what I'll do next is probably either charms or a more intricate boss fight system. We'll see where we'll see where it takes us. Once I do the save system, which will probably be, when it's done, it probably will be like well into like the middle of the year, like July, August. Probably it's when that will be done if I stream every week. Bobbing animation, we have stuff. Right. Yes. Trigger delay, trigger time stop. Trigger delay is call it something else, right? Like pop-up trigger delay. So the pop-up should be moved actually to the bottom, and then I can call this pop-up settings. There will be a more organized way to do it. And it wouldn't change the way that the object functions as well. So here we have the item, the UI screen really should be there. Okay. Pickup is it abstract? It should be abstract. Can we just make it abstract? Just so I don't see how you can use that directly. So all this reorganization means that this will be a class. Let's move down. With all these different comments as well. this would be the way. Just adding comments to the scripts right here, and here we have in so there's handle use function. The use function use is the effects. Alright, go. Okay. Hands up. Replicate all these comments over. health pickups in Hollow Knight. So we have coins, also known as acorns. Health pickups. Why do they make it so difficult to draw stuff? Okay, let me recreate this graphic because I think PowerPoint is like best. So it's very easy for me to should be easy for me to create a rotation now animation as well on my pickups to this change. So if I add a top thing, right, this actually makes it rotate. But I've got to find that object screen. Okay, so the rotation comes in only when I go to update. From this will be where top here. This is going to make the object spin. Looks a little odd when it's spinning. Maybe it's just because it's too close to the camera. Who knows? Yeah, I think the camera's too close, huh? Why it's hard to look in the way that. Be right back in a while. I'm gonna grab some tea and I'm gonna come back and start really going full on writing this thing. Having a little bit of writer's block. I think getting some caffeine would be great for my system. At this point, I'll see you back here in a while. I'm gonna be a lot more efficient with the code. All the articles on our blog are fueled by caffeine, especially the Metroidvania ones. These are exceptionally hard to do because there's a lot of code to sift through. So we have the pickup script here that will do the bobbing for us, as well as the rotating. And right now I'm just deliberating whether, for the pickup script itself, should we allow the pickup script to increase the health and the mana of the character. Or should we have a separate script for the health and the mana? Maybe having a separate script is better. So So let's do the separate script. I need a suggestion on what to call that though. Is I'm thinking since we have two different categories of pickup, all the pickups, the pickup script should be split into two different classes. So we'll have a pickup script that just awards us like the health and mana and stuff. So if we reorganize this pickup class into something else, because we will have various other categories of pickups. So we have the upgrade pickup and we have the health stuff. So we have one that unlocks abilities, one that handles the upgrades. So let's just do the pickup stuff first. So we have pickup. Awards health, awards mana. So you can call them pickup and pop-up pickup, instant pickup, relic pick. Base, Stern is the one. I combine. This not. Okay, let's move the pop-up stuff to a separate script first. Figure out. I'm just gonna call this pop-up pickup. First it has pop-ups that go at the end of it. Let's move the pop-up pickup here. Pop-up pickup. Inherit pickup. Pop-up settings. We have the use function as well. Then we have used, which also goes here. And this will be override as well. Used. Reset function is not needed. We have handle use, which is I can override this. how does this work? Handle use will handle use fires when we touch the thing. Begin the pickup process. And then we have trigger delay and trigger stop. I think both are applicable. Yes. Trigger delay and trigger stop. Perhaps it's best to keep them in pickup still. Trigger delay, trigger stop, trigger time stop. here we actually don't need handle use, right? Because it doesn't even come into play. So here we're just making the pop-up here for pop-up pickups. And on the other end of things, we'll have the instant pickups. So for the upgrade pickup, it's going to be a pop-up pickup, and so will the other pickup is the unlock ability pickup. Right? That will also be a pop-up. And that should fix everything. So then the code here remains the same. Just have to reassign the UI screens for some of these prefabs. I can just find all of these prefabs and ensure that the UI screen is assigned, all of them. I'm gonna make the pickup script abstract as well. I think this makes a lot of sense. So when this is abstract, to create pickups that give us bonuses, we'll have to write a separate script for it. So we'll have an instant pickup, and the instant pickup will award bonuses like health, mana, and all that stuff. So my pickups here, right, should not have a time stop. Touch used. Let's call this use delay. Use. You know what, let's just add a tooltip again. What do you use before the use? So the default here for the use delay will be 0. But the use delay here, I'm just gonna set it 0.25. And then for the pop-up pickup, you'll just override the reset function. And use delay set to 0.5. The use delay will be 4. So this changes things a little bit for the pop-up pickup. We can also add a bunch of tooltips to help us explain what is going on, that place, what is that. Pickup start. So here we have the instant pickup as well, and for this one, it's actually really simple. This is going to be blocks. Extra. Excess health, mana. It's called excess mana. Yes. So on use, it's just going to award health, mana, and the like.
But remember, don't hesitate to call on me for anything. Like you said, a human being, I'm going to make you take that chance. Things have been different for me ever since I met Hildy. I've never met anyone quite like her before.
There we go. So I think the pickup system is up now. So we should be able to set up a couple of different kinds of pickups. Let's start with the instant pickup. So this one will just award he increase the health. Health. So we can just check all the values and then we can scan the health directly. I don't think there will be any problem. First health. Then we have mana. Access. Mana. It's just a really simple script to demonstrate to us how the new pickup class works. And then if we just set up a couple of these pickups, should be able to test them out. So with that being said, I'm just gonna replicate this, and this is going to serve as full health. Use the sprite, change it to why is there red? Something wrong with sprite. Maybe that's wrong with sprite. It's not colored properly. Some red inside there. Or is it something else instead? Light or something? Fill. Oh, the fill is the one that's doing this, huh? Let me just remove the fill then. I'm gonna unpack this prefab. Access health. It's going to be very blue with an outline. Outline gives it a little. Outline doesn't really work though. It's not on the UI, so I can't use the outline. Fine. So I can get it to bob and maybe rotate a little bit. See how it looks like. Wow, it's looking very unique here. Looks very 3D. What if I don't want it to rotate? Anyway, next let's just try out the. So this upgrade pickup shouldn't have a canvas. Maybe just give it a light. I think it's fine. And instead of upgrade pickup, it's just gonna be instant. There's a use delay, animation, just default bobbing. And then most importantly, it has an excess health. So after picking it up, it awards extra health, right? Why doesn't it update? It awards extra health, it should update. How much excess health does the player have? 4 and after. Let's check that out. It's here. Let's check excess health. No excess health is awarded though, which is regrettable. It's not approximately. Excess health here is 1, right? Excess health becomes 1, but we don't get any extra excess health on player. It's found a bug with the code in part 13 for the excess health. This should be value 0 and maybe there is a max excess health. Oh, now I have to go and modify the part. Okay, so now the excess health thing works. Just need to make a little post forums. Sweet. So code makes it impossible for us to add any excess of maximum value. Variable. Instead of using and returning prevent the value so instead of using that line, we should be using this line. This should allow the value. This should allow let me just add a comment to this video.
I would highly recommend.
Updating the player control script. now we have the excess health working. Just gonna have to rearrange the pickup script. Instead of having a separate script, we picked up a game which create 3 scripts that will help us handle the behavior of all pickups. So this successfully gives us the pickup. Hi, Nathan. Thank you. Very nice message from you. Thank you very much. So right now what I'm doing here is just moving the heart a little bit to the background so that when I rotate things it doesn't look so obvious that it's 3D, but it makes the heart smaller as well. What if I move I can't move the camera any further. That's awesome. If you release the game, I would appreciate it if you can send me a link. I'll be happy to buy your game. And because I have a guy who's helping us do marketing materials for our Patreon, right? If you have a trailer and if you don't mind, we can feature your game on the Patreon as well. So if how can I get in touch with you? If you don't mind, if you don't mind me using your game as, like, you know, on our Patreon marketing materials, then what you can do is you can go to our contact page and you can drop me a message. So then if we put your game on Patreon and what you can benefit from it is, oh, you're making YouTube stuff on it. That's awesome, man. All right, all right. I'll be happy to support you as well. Like if you have any, if you can share a YouTube channel, can talk offline if you're interested in collaborating. But otherwise, thank you for dropping in. Really appreciate your very kind words. I lost my train of thought. Forgot what I was working on. I was getting the heart to work, get it to rotate. And there we are. So we had a talk here. This thing turns, but it just doesn't look very nice when it turns. So I think I'm gonna just not make it turn. But the pickup works already, and I'm just gonna document all the changes that I've had so far. There's a little bit of lag when I pick things up, so I should reduce the use delay to say like 0.1. It's gonna be a bit faster. It kicks in a bit faster. Still an apparent delay when I have the use delay. Use 0 is best. Okay. 0.1. All right. Maybe you can add a fading to the pickup as well, huh? Use delay. So when it's picked up, it fades away. Maybe the fading is not necessary. me just copy that pickup script in and just make the necessary modifications to it. This will be mono behavior. All the comments. This it's not needed. Blah, blah. Save game is not needed. Let me check out. So you send the message, right? Let me just check my email. It should go through because it just goes straight to my mailbox. Thank you so much. You've sent it to the contact form, right? Maybe I'm just gonna send you the link to the contact form. I really appreciate that you're allowing me to use the footage. Send the message. Give me a moment here. They were in the tube chat. Might have to scroll up. No, it's not. It's not on the tube chat, unfortunately. But it's okay. Let me just grab the link. You can use. So you can use this terrasport.com/contact and drop your message. I think YouTube blocks the link, probably to prevent people from astroturfing streams. Thank you so much. Yes, I have got your message. I will have a look at your videos. Really appreciate your support. You dropping in to say hi. I'm probably gonna go off stream once I settle once I get the codes pasted on the blog, and I'll just write the explanation and everything on the next stream. The persistent object stuff, it's for the save system, so it's not needed at the moment. And I think that should be about it. This is the pickup class. And C will be so we have instant pickup here. H4 instant. And then we also have here we have the pop-up pickups. Again, I'll just drop the script here before I go. And what do I have? I have unlocked ability pickup. And there is also upgrade pickup. There we go. Upgrade pickup. Okay, I'm done for today. I'm gonna come back to stream again next week. I'll see if I can stream like for if my work clears up. I should be able to stream more than once next week, but we'll see how that plays out. Alright, thanks for the Steam code as well. Let me just save that, and I will get in touch with you over email. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for dropping into the stream. I'm heading off as well. So I'll see all of you next week.